So last week we talked about whether or not we're in God's house. You know, when we're in God's house, we feel peace, we feel rest with God, we feel trust in Him. But when we step out of His house, that's when we start to get overwhelmed by other emotions and other thoughts and feelings. So last week we just challenged you to pay attention to your emotions and to just notice when you were in God's house or those feelings of charity, and when you stepped out, and that when you stepped out to just pray to get back in. So this week we're going to build on that message, and we're building on it in a way that it's congruent with President Nelson's message of hope from last week, where he encouraged us to flood social media with the things that we're thankful for. And I just wanted to share a few ideas with you about gratitude and hopefully deepen your understanding of the power of this virtue. So one thing about gratitude that's important to understand is that while expressing gratitude is helpful and important, so by expressing I mean just verbalizing it, I am thankful for, saying the words in your mind or out loud, to be really effective, gratitude has to be felt. Okay, so it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm grateful for, my family. But it's another thing to take a moment and to actually feel that gratitude in your heart. You know that you're feeling gratitude when you feel powerful emotions coming with it. Joy, like just that emotion of gratitude. And so, I think it's really important for us all to just recognize that if we want gratitude to kind of change our lives, we have to be feeling it and not just expressing it, which means that in the moment that we're expressing that gratitude, we have to really tune into ourselves, tune into what's happening in our heart with our emotions, and allow ourselves to feel the gratitude. And you'll know you're feeling it because you're going to feel emotional. You'll feel something happening. So really want you, as you take up President Nelson's challenge this week, don't just say the words or type the words. Feel the emotion that comes with it, because that emotion of gratitude is what's going to really change things. So there's a teacher whose work I really, really love, and he says this quote all the time. He says, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. And the more I've learned about gratitude, the more I completely and absolutely agree with that. What gratitude does when we feel it, not just say the words kind of without thinking, it opens up our hearts. It opens up our hearts, and so that we have the capacity to receive more. When we close our hearts, we are closing ourselves not just to other people, we are closing off ourselves from God's blessings. So gratitude, allowing ourselves to feel that, opens up our hearts. Gratitude is also powerful because whatever we're being grateful for, it's kind of like a little cord or a little hand reaches out from your heart and just grabs that thing and brings it into yourself. It connects you more tightly to the things that you're grateful for. So if you want those things to be more fully present in your life, use gratitude. And again, feeling the gratitude, not just mindlessly saying the words. So gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. If you want blessings, if you want to receive good things in your lives, if you want to have your hopes and dreams come true, use the power of gratitude to do that. Being grateful for blessings that have not yet come is the most powerful way to bring those things into our lives. And so what gratitude does, because it can open our hearts, and it does open our hearts, it has the power to completely shift us in any given moment. So if we're feeling cranky and upset, if we take a moment and just focus on gratitude, it shifts everything. It shifts how we're thinking about a situation. It shifts our emotions. And it helps us to get back to God's house, what we talked about last week, that place of peace and rest. So in the moment, just taking a couple moments and focusing on what we're grateful for, feeling those emotions, it shifts things enough so that we can get clarity in the moment and that we can remember to go back to God's house, knock on that door and say, please God, let me in. I want to be with you. I want you to take care of me. I want to feel peace with you. So this week our challenge for you is to act upon President Nelson's challenge to flood social media with the things that you're grateful for. But don't just express the gratitude. Don't just mindlessly say the words. Take a moment and really feel the gratitude and feel what it does to your heart. Feel how it shifts you in the moment, shifts your emotions, shifts your thinking, and opens up your heart. And just notice the power that gratitude has on you. And that's it for this week.